Best Performance has been supporting schools with data collection and analysis for over 20 years. We have identified that the biggest impediment to student progression is unidentified gaps in their learning. The solution is here, Ed Companion, built by teachers for teachers. Ed Companion knows what's needed to transform pupils' learning by assessing gaps in their knowledge and understanding. The system instantly generates lesson plans and assessments to help teachers plug the gaps. Ed Companion generates tests for use in primary and secondary schools and also integrates NAPLAN, PAT and similar testing data. The English testing portal includes real-time AI-driven assessment of writing skills, giving teachers the ability instantly to remedy problems and to enhance performance.
Ed Companion provides teachers with specific learning plans that is tailored and targeted to individual needs and based on multiple data sets. So they don't have to do all of that work, it's all there for them, and they can actually concentrate on teaching the children to mastery or filling those gaps rather than spending their time figuring out what the gaps are.
So for teachers, Ed Companion is a complete game changer because it means that you can run an assessment in your classroom and then look immediately to see for student improvement. You don't need to run the assessment and then send the data off or have somebody enter it into a spreadsheet. So it's live, which means that it's really formative. It can be used immediately to plan for the following day's teaching and learning.
It won't change practice, it will refine practice. So our teachers already are on a journey themselves, learning about data and what they can do with the data and the importance of assessments being formative. That is, they inform future planning and teaching opportunities. And so what Ed Companion will do is, because it's a live tool, then they get that feedback immediately, and so they can make the adjustments they need to make the next day.
It enables us to analyse gaps in student learning. It enables us to case manage effectively our students by formulating and identifying those students who are performing below, performing at, but also performing above, and creating individual learning plans for those students based on what we can access through Ed Companion.
The first thought with most classroom teachers is that data is something to run away from. But when they start to see that it's something that they do anyway, with tests, results, all the quizzes that they have, all the assessments that they have, they can also see the whole year cohort, which you can't see if you're just dealing with your own class. And again, getting down to that individual analysis of data. When a parent comes in for a parent meeting, they're liking the fact that they can bring up the individual student and have that on a screen right beside them and go through anything that is great about the student and anything that needs improvement.
At the end of every year, teachers would put together a suite of documents. Our deputy principal would gather all those documents up. She would put them into classes, she would pass them on to the next class teacher, as well as Excel spreadsheets, and that was a very manual, laborious, time-consuming task. Ed Companion has simplified all of that for us. What's lovely is that staff, even last year, were able to access the data at home, and they were able to get to know their children before they actually had them in their class as well.
Best Performance has been analysing data for over 20 years in Australia. Our staff are experienced educators led by a CEO who has over 20 years of teaching and senior executive experience in the UK and Australia. The solution has been successfully deployed in over 150 schools, with a further 200 schools to be activated throughout the 2021 academic year. Ed Companion is ideally suited to identify the gaps and to help teachers to remedy them, producing data and intelligence that can be used at the level of student, focus group, class, cohort, school, and networks.